Thank you so much, Honourable Chairman, sir. Sir, there comes a moment in time, when we keep our politics aside, and this particular air crash gave us that moment for even civil aviation to understand the challenges and the loopholes that exist. Sir, my question is very specific, which I've written to the Honourable Minister about, that he told us to be patient with the final report. We were absolutely patient with the interim report too. But why is it that the report was released to the Indian people at 2 a.m. in the morning and there was no briefing done with regards to the AAIB report? Sir, just one question related to the same thing. Pilots have raised their concern that there is no aviation expert who is sitting on that AAIB panel. Why is that so? If Honourable Minister could address that, I'd be grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, I'll address the second part first, where it says that no aviation experts have been there. It is not true. There are two subject matter experts in terms of pilots who have been engaged within the investigation team. And likewise, other engineers and all from the industry also have been engaged. And the International Civil Aviation Organization observer also from the UN, where a lot of articles were there that he was rejected and all. So baseless articles have come up at the time, but everyone who was supposed to be in the investigation team, they have all been there. In fact, pilots have also been there. So that addresses the second part. And also regarding the report releasing, it was entirely up to the AIB. It was up to the AIB to finish the report and to release the report. And it's not that when they finished, then they uploaded it. It is according to their this thing. I don't think there was very specific reason of why it has been released in the night or in the morning. It was the report which was supposed to be released, and it was released at that time.
Sir, India's civil aviation sector is booming, no doubt. But it appears that the regulator, the DGCA, which is the backbone of the sector, is cracking up under pressure. I say this because it is understaffed, it is underfunded, and it lacks autonomy. सर, पार्लियामेंट्री स्टैंडिंग कमेटी की रिपोर्ट बताती है कि वर्ष 2024 में टेक्निकल पोस्ट में ओवरऑल वैकेंसीज की बात नहीं कर रहा, डीजीसीए के अंदर टेक्निकल पोस्ट में 55% की वैकेंसी है. टेक्निकल पोस्ट का काम क्या होता है सर? एयर सेफ्टी इंस्पेक्शन, पैसेंजर सेफ्टी, पायलट लाइसेंसिंग, एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस और एयर वर्दीनेस. सर, ये शॉर्टेज नहीं, ये क्राइसिस है. और मुझे लगता है सर, देयर इज नो, थैंक यू सर, सवाल पे आ रहा हूं, दैट देयर इज नो मार्जिन ऑफ एरर इन द स्काईज. तो मेरा माननीय मंत्री जी से सर आपके माध्यम से सवाल है कि हम एक डीजीसीए को, सेबी जो एक फाइनेंशियल मार्केट का इंडिपेंडेंट रेगुलेटर है, और ट्राई जो टेलीकॉम सेक्टर का एक इंडिपेंडेंट रेगुलेटर है, ऐसा ही एक ऑटोनॉमस स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी में क्यों नहीं तब्दील करते? और दूसरा, टेक्निकल पोस्ट की वैकेंसी कब तक भरी जाएगी?
प्लीज, थैंक यू.
Sir, I have to place on record that the DGCA is not under any kind of pressure. It is operating with utmost seriousness, professionalism, and all the requirements that are there that actually strengthens it according to the International Civil Aviation Protocol. At this moment that you're seeing, I've already explained it in a couple of questions also. The situation is that the posts were just recently created. And like you said, when it comes to the technical posts, you need that right technical capabilities people only to be sitting in those posts. And when you look at that kind of experience, that kind of situation, then obviously the pool which is limited makes it much more difficult to engage these people. And these are people who are having to regulate the safety, which is of the prime most importance. The whole fundamental pillar for the growth of our civil aviation sector has been the safety and security of the people and the operations. So keeping that intact, the process itself has so much technical this thing that it gets little difficult, but we have been trying with the UPSC and other people also to engage the right people so that the timelines which takes for it to engage these people gets reduced. And Honorable Member has also talked about the budget. We have seen in the last 1 year also the 10% increase in the budget is there, and accordingly whenever required, definitely your suggestions have been noted, and whatever best can be done to assist DGCA to be more powerful and more engaging in terms of ensuring the safety, we will be doing it from our side.
Honorable Chairman, sir, the incident involving the London-bound Air India flight in Ahmedabad is extremely serious. And it is imperative to determine the exact causes of this incident to ensure passenger safety. What caused the fuel supply to the engines cut off is an issue which still remains unresolved. We all know that the Boeing 787 Dreamliner is an aircraft heavily reliant on electrical and electronic-based systems. This is the background of the entire issue. And one may recollect that on January 17, 2019, a Boeing Dreamliner operated by Japan's All Nippon Airways, flying from Tokyo, Haneda to Osaka, experienced an unexpected engine shutdown after landing, suspected to be caused by a software or computer glitch. In the light of this precedent, has any clarification been sought from Boeing, the engine manufacturer, GE Aerospace, Genex, and Honeywell, which provides avionics, propulsion systems, landing systems, cockpit and cabin electronics, and various components for this aircraft regarding the Ahmedabad incidents? And also, we understand that a number of airlines world over have grounded their Boeing 787 Dreamliner fleets after the Ahmedabad air crash. So I would like to know from the Honourable Minister that is this a malfunction in the aircraft's electrical system? Could the same issue that caused the electrical failure system also have led to the interruption of the fuel supply to the engines? So all these issues come to the fore. And going by the conversation which was recorded in the cockpit voice recorder, the fuel supplies to the engines was cut off. The recorded conversation indicates that neither the captain nor the co-pilot manually cut off the fuel switch. This raises a significant question. So we would like to know from the Honourable Minister that going by the preliminary report which has just been received, what is the cause of this shutdown of both the engines? Was it an electrical failure or electronic failure? Or what are the preliminary findings which would lead us to know the exact causes of these incidents?
Thank you.
Chairman, sir, the honourable member has asked a very serious and very comprehensive question regarding the incident that has happened in Ahmedabad. Sir, I would like to start by answering that the investigation process, which is according to the international protocol, the norms which were set by International Civil Aviation Organization, where the state of operation should have their investigation body, and we have our own investigation body, which is the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which got into the investigation process right after the incident with the subject experts into the site, and they have started their process according to the international protocol, and they have involved subject matter experts, all the international necessary people who are supposed to be participating in the investigation, and they have gone through the first set of investigation process, and they have given us the preliminary report. And if you look at the preliminary report, sir, AIB, as for the first time, so whenever these incidents happen, and if the black box gets damaged, black box is the flight data recorder, which has all the necessary information which gets recorded. And whenever there is a slight damage that happens, it was always, it came to that point, sir, where we were sending the black box outside to the original equipment manufacturer and getting it decoded from that state of manufacture only. And it was for the first time that as a country, India took a stand that the black box which was achieved, even if it was damaged, that the whole decoding process is going to happen in the country, and we have successfully done it in the country also. The AIB has been successful in decoding the entire data which was available, even if the black was from the outer side, if it was looking damaged also. And once the AIB has achieved decoded the data, which was achieved from two different things. One was the flight data recorder, which has the data numbers, and also the cockpit voice recorder, which has the audio, this thing. So all these things, taking out the facts, the investigation process runs on three principles, which is to find out what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. And preliminary report, it is called the preliminary report because it can't address all the things and all the questions that we have right now. And what we have done, what the AIB has done, in fact, through the preliminary report is to kind of address what happened. Based on the facts it found out in the CVR, based on the facts it found out from the FDR, and only the facts that it was able to determine were mentioned in the preliminary report, and to come out with the suggestions or to come out with the exact cause of what happened, and to come out with the further future action on, it can be the Boeing 787 or the series or the fuel switches and many things which have come under question, or the avionics which you have also mentioned in your question. To have a definitive answer and a definitive future correction measures, we have to look at the final report, sir. And I can say this to the House and through you to the people of this country also, that the AIB has a very definitive, thorough, rule-based process. They are very transparently looking into the process right now, and they are totally unbiased. This also I can say that the AIB is totally unbiased and looking into the facts. Now there can be many questions also. I have seen multiple articles myself. I have seen multiple articles not only by the Indian media but also the Western media trying to promote their own narrative, their own viewpoint, their own kind of consideration. But I have to tell you that the way we are seeing the investigation is through the facts. We want to stand by the truth, not what is happening with the pilots or not what is happening with the Boeing or not what is happening with the Air India or any other stakeholder which is this. We want to stand by the truth. We want to find out what exactly happened, and that is only going to be coming out once the final report has been placed. So we have to respect the process of investigation, and once that process of investigation has happened, then we can talk about what happened and how it happened, and then the corrective measures. If we talk about the other incidents that would have happened before, let it be the Air Nippon, Japanese Airways, or any other airways for that fact, every time any incident happens in any country, then the same process is followed, where the investigation body gets into the process of investigation, and once the thorough investigation is done and the final report is placed, only then the corrective measures to all these countries and all these airline operators and all the regulators is sent so that the corrective action is being done. And this has happened in the previous incidences also. Wherever there was any incident happened, whenever there was a mandatory suggestive correction measures that were supposed to be done through the international protocol, it is mandatory for every state regulator to follow these and every airline operator to follow these. And we have thoroughly, without any negligence, we have thoroughly followed all the corrective and suggestive measures from the ICAO international protocol.